Good morning, everyone. This is Lance, an equity analyst for ABCap, and welcome to Daily Trading Notes. U.S. markets close higher as tech stocks continues comeback. Dow Jones erased a 200-point gain as bank stocks stumbled ahead of a policy update by the Fed. Other than the tech rally, sentiment was up as the Empire State Manufacturing Index came in at 17 for September, which was higher than the estimate of 7 and from the August reading of 3.7. A level above zero indicates improving general business conditions in New York. Nasdaq rallied 134 points, S&P rallied 18 points, while Dow Jones closed 2 points higher. For a market outlook, the PSEi breached the 6,000 resistance yesterday. However, it was primarily due to the uptick in SM and ALI, which constitutes around 26% of the total index weight. In addition, value turnover was just around 3 to 4 billion before surging to 5 billion MOC. Having said that, we are sticking to our near-term outlook of sideways trading with a downward bias due to a lack of positive catalysts to push the market higher. Note that the FTSE rebalancing will end this week. In other news, the ADB now expects a deeper contraction for the Philippines. From a negative 3.8% growth estimate last June, it now expects a 7.3% contraction. ADB is now among the institutions that further downgraded its GDP projection for the country. This is not surprising since the Philippines remains to be the COVID hotspot in the ASEAN region. We think this will further dampen foreign investor sentiment for the local index. On a positive note, the Philippines is also among the countries in Southeast Asia projected to grow the fastest by 2021. Also in other news, FDI grew 7.1% to $481 million in June, bringing the year-to-date figure to $2.9 billion, 21% lower than its figure the same period a year ago. Although this is a positive development, we don't expect this trend to be sustained in the coming months as the country remains to be in recession. And finally, cash remittances grew 7.8% versus the negative 5.4% estimate in July to $2.7 billion, bringing the year-to-date figure to $16.9 billion, 2% lower than its figure the same period a year ago. So far, the Labor Department reported about 500,000 repatriated OFW since the pandemic began. We think that the sustained rebound in remittances is brought about by the reopening of economies around the world. Around 40% of the total cash remittances came from the US, up 6% year-on-year. Given that OFW remittances usually account for nearly 10% of GDP, this should support the Philippine economy and the strong peso as well. And that's it for our market outlook. Have a good day.